Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. Clint Finney again. November the 13th, 2023. Got the waning daylight here. It's about 4:15 in the evening, which on real time would be 5:15. But just moved this group of 2022 steers and heifers into the bale grazing field. So I'll pan down here and show you bale grazing. Stockpile grass underfoot, and then there's bales all the way up the hill. There's 45 bales in this 7-acre piece, and then across the fence there where the frost-free water is, there'll be another 45 bales when we get the time next weekend. It's not going to rain till next weekend, so we're going to move 45 more in there next weekend, and that will be enough to keep these calves through the entire winter. Probably more than enough because we've got the stockpile grass in here. For those of you that follow me, this is the first field of turning mistakes into opportunities. So 2 years ago, we blasted the crap out of this and reseeded this entire field. It was sorghum Sudan last year, and it's good quality stockpile. Now, there isn't as much stockpile here as I'd like for there to be. I'll be the first to admit it, but there is stockpiled grass here. I guess I'll be remiss without mentioning Miss Miranda's here with her new heifer calf. Miranda's a special case around here. She was a bottle calf. She's the only calf or cow in the whole herd that Ethan can walk up pet. Levi can ride, so she gets a free pass a lot around here. She's got several free passes, but she does have a heifer calf that she's keeping and seems to be doing good. She trailed all the way up here from the other farm, so doing great. So this is all second crop hay. It was all of decent quality, good enough quality to keep these guys growing about 1 to 1.25 pounds per day. Plus the addition of stockpiled grass, we ought to be hitting somewhere around 1.5. I'd love if it were 2, but I'll take something better than 0.75. With our grass-fed steers, we don't ever want them to lose weight. We want them to gain 0.75 pounds a day every day of their life. And we need that 2 pound a day to finish. If I was going to keep them on 2 pound a day, they'd have to go to 2 pound a day all the way to finish. But we're hoping in this way, we'll keep them gaining all winter long, and we won't have that kind of slump in the winter and then compensatory gain in the spring. Instead, we're just going to keep them growing all year long. And good, fat, sassy calves. I expect they'll be finished. I'm going to set their dates in November. I think they're going to be well finished before that date, but we're going to set it for November because I just don't know a year out what's going to be. And then Ethan's show heifers in this group, Dolly. So this is the start of bale grazing for us. This is a big experiment. The reason it's a big experiment is right across the fence over here is where we bale grazed last year, March and April. This year I asked Dad if he wanted to bale graze the whole herd through the winter, and his answer was, I'm just concerned that we're going to cover 60% of the farm with bales. If we have a bad winter, it's going to be a wreck because we're not going to have that grass to graze in the spring. I said, yeah, but it won't be a wreck. And he said, well, it might be. And I said, well, how about if we give it a try on a small section of the farm and see how it goes? So this is our trial. We're going to have this group graze the entire winter. Now, some of you are going to say, but Clint, they're all little calves. They're not going to be as hard on the ground. Yes, they're all little calves. They're going to be just as hard on the ground. And here's why. A cow eats 3% of her body weight. This calf eats 3% of his body weight. That means for these 800-pound bales, it takes the same number of cow days, whether they're little cows or big cows. It takes the same amount of time. So my cows may eat this bale or 2 bales in a day, where this group is going to eat them in 4 days. So we got 4 days of tromping around the ring. Actually, this is going to be worse, to be honest. When we would only feed 2 bales a day, we'd only have the cows around the ring for a day. These ones are going to be there for 4 days. That's 3 times many chances to have a rainfall event and have mud around that ring. So this is going to be worse, not better, than having the whole herd around and getting through bales faster. Why 2 bales? Just because I got 2 rings, and I want enough rings that these calves don't have to fight to get to hay. If it were the cow herd, we'd still have 3 probably, and we'd go every 2 to 3 days. We'd move rings, but that's just what we want to do. And also, we don't want to give them more than 3 days worth of hay at any one time, because after 3 days, they're going to waste a whole bunch of the hay. So, just the beginning stages of bale grazing. Just wanted to share with all you. You'll be seeing this a lot as we go through the winter, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we hope at some point, Stuart and I are planning on having some winter field days, so we're hoping to have a winter field day here at Spring Valley Stock Farms, Buckeye Grove Farm, and then we're hoping to also have a field day at Stuart's where he's going to be grazing stockpile grass all winter long with his sheep flock. So stay tuned for that information. Stuart and I got to get together and get that figured out. With that, I'll say we'll see you next time.